Okay, so I kind of want to do a sort of anti-prom punk kind of grungy makeup tutorial. Basically, I picked up the new Fergie the Center Stage collection for Wet n Wild yesterday from Joanne Reid. So I got a lipstick, I got an eyeshadow palette, and the mascara. The eyeshadow palette I got is Desert Festival, which has these warm tone color and some like dark. So I feel like this is pretty cool, and it kind of instantly remind me of something that's like really kind of punk, and therefore it will be sort of like punk. It will be like red smoky look. In this video, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Maximum Coverage Concealer, and this is oil free, and I'm in the shade Nude. I'm going to use this use this as a foundation because it has a pretty good coverage. Or if you want sort of better like a foundation from the drugstore, I recommend the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation, and this has sunscreen, primer, concealer, foundation all in one, and this is really good, and I'm in the shade A32 Nude Beige. So but this is more expensive. This is $11.99, but if you want something that you can use every day, I think this is pretty good. For blush and contour, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Studio Contouring Blush Bronzer. This is in Turks Caicos. I guess Turks and Caicos. This one has more of a like a nude kind of shimmery nude color, and a sort of like semi-shimmery, like a darker contouring color. Since the eye is gonna be sort of like reddish color, I don't want to put any color on the cheeks, so I would just like contour my cheeks. And I'll use this red lipstick, which is called Old School Glam, also from the Fergie for Wet n Wild line. So yeah, in a way I can demonstrate how these new line of Wet n Wild makeup apply and work. So I'm going to just use my fingers, and this is a pretty good coverage concealer, which I think and it's oil free, which I think it can double up as a foundation. I mean, as you can see, this covers a lot of it definitely evens out. It's a little bit thicker consistency, so I just go back and dab this over any spot that needs to be concealed a little bit more. Anyway, I'm just moisturizing my lips first as a base. Let the moisture soak in. And so I'm just going to brush my eyebrows through. I'm not gonna pencil in my eyebrows because I have pretty thick eyebrows. I'm just gonna brush up my eyebrows so they look kind of neat. Like I said, this is anti-prom, so it doesn't have to be really perfect. I think this look will be good for, you know, like concerts too. Alright, so before I apply eyeshadows, I always like to curl my eyelashes. That's just how I like to do it. I like to curl my eyelashes before I apply any eye makeup. You can use any eyelash curler. I just like this one from Sephora. Alright, so I don't have any eye primers, and I'm not gonna use eye primer because, like I said, this is not about perfection. So instead, I'm going to use I got two like Wet n Wild Color Icon black eyeliners. Those are both from some limited edition palettes, compact something. One of them is like a standard black, which I'm gonna use it to tight line my inner rims, and the other one has like sparkles in it. which I thought would be a pretty good base for this sparkly black eyeshadow. So I'm going to actually use this as a base. I'm going to roughly just kind of fill in this area. Lay the pencil down, don't try to poke your eye. Lay the pencil down so it's flat against your eyelid. And you can just sort of dab on this. If you don't want to tuck your eyelid, you can just dab this on. It's pretty pigmented actually. And then I'm just gonna use my ring finger, or you can use pinkies, just sort of like gently smooth out this upward. Just gonna drag this along the lower lash line as well. And I'm just gonna use like a pointer brush, or you can just use the sponge applicator. Anyways, I'm gonna use this pointed sort of like brush. You can use any eyeshadow brush or blending brush. This is from Sedona Lace, by the way. So first I'm going to lay down this sparkling black eyeshadow. On top of the liners I just blend out. I kind of want to do it straight across. I said, can I just buy a nice dress? I just want to go to like a department store or whatever, just get like a nice dress, and then I'll just wear my sneakers, or just get those like combat boots, you know, or Dr. Martin, those kind of boots. I mean, I didn't know Dr. Martin at that time, but I just thought that the idea of wearing dress with black boots, utility boots or combat boots are really cool. And I picture myself, if I go to the prom, I'll probably dress like that. I just remember as soon as I mentioned that, like at least all the girls, including my best friend, they're just like, no, you can't do this. And I was just like, why not? You know? I was like, why not? Who set those rules? Like, I was trying to argue a debate with them. I was just like, who set those rules? Said that you have to wear heels, you have to wear ball gowns, you have to do this, you have to do that. I was like, who set the rules? They're like, oh no, it's a tradition, or no, it's just that don't you want to be a girl, a pretty girl, and dress all up and stuff like that? I'm like, I don't even have a fucking date. Who cares, man? I just want to be comfortable, man. They're like, no, you can't do that. I feel like I also got peer pressured into this whole prom thing anyway. So then, you know, my best friend and I and my mom was pretty excited. She's like, oh, that's great, you never really socialized that much or whatever. She was like, okay, why don't you go? And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to spend like hundreds of dollars on like shoes and gowns. It's fucking ridiculous. But my mom was really nice, even though we couldn't really afford it that much. And she was like, you know what, don't worry about it, you know, it's like a one-time thing, and I want you to be happy. Yes, I have a really good mom, really nice mom. Anyways, alright, so next I'm going to apply the red one. Ooh, this is sort of like a warm terracotta color. Just using the same brush. I already wiped the brush clean, by the way. I'm just going to apply this along the black, so it's sort of like overlapping with the black, but like also blends upwards, so you can see the color peeking up, peeking from outside. Anyway, so we went dress shopping. We went to this like prom dress store. It's like a prom dress store. I really just want to get like a regular dress. I even pictured in my head like what kind of dress I wanted. I want like those like cool I don't know, like, what was that Julia Roberts movie that she ran away from her wedding, and she was like riding a horse or some stuff? Totally forgot that movie. But anyways, I think she had boots on, something like that. But anyways, I want her to be like that, not like wearing a wedding dress or something, but like, you know, something similar. It doesn't really matter anyway. I just want to feel comfortable, feel like myself. Yeah, and then went dress shopping, and when I saw this purple prom dress, it's like almost like a ball gown. It has like a spaghetti strap, and then like flare out bottom, like a ball gown kind of style. It actually looks really pretty. Like, I like purple at that time, because I like colors, like I like different colors in different stages in my life. So at that time I was young, I liked sort of like purple, and purple is pretty regal color. So I was like, okay, you know what, if I'm gonna really dress up, I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna get that. And the sales lady, she brought in a pair of shoes. It's more like heels, but like almost like a slipper style heels, so it doesn't even have a back strap. And I'm like, whoa, it's my first time wearing heels, and it doesn't even have a strap in the back to hold my heels. And it's like 3 inches or something. It's like black strappy heels, and it has like clear, like the heels is like clear, which I thought was really interesting. You know, I like interesting stuff. So when I wore it, I was like, oh, it's actually pretty comfortable. Like, what? How do I know it's comfortable? I've never even wore heels. But in the back of my head, I was just like, oh yeah, because the heels looks pretty cool. Yeah, I always like to look at heels, but never really wear them. I'm just blurring the colors upward right now. Looks pretty dramatic. Anyways, if you don't want this like to look too dramatic like this, you can always just tone it down. That's why I'm actually gonna use this taupey color to sort of lighten up the whole look. So I'm gonna use this as like a highlighter and sort of bring down the color a little bit. So anyway, I ended up getting the purple gown along with the heels, and it came out to like almost $300, which is insane. At that point, like before that point, I've never ever spent that much money in my life, let alone just for one night for a few hours. And also, I know that I won't be wearing that for the rest of my life. It's such a waste. Can't believe I got talked into it. Anyways, so for this sort of like this color, I don't know how to describe it. It's more like orangey browns, kind of shimmery metallic color. I'm going to apply this on the inner corner. You can do your foundation afterwards if you're afraid of fallout. I'm just gonna bring down to the lower part. Next, I'm going to get some of this matte dark brown eyeshadow, the one in the middle, and I'm going to apply this on the lower lash line, kind of overlapping the black eyeshadow and eyeliner I applied earlier. And I'm just gonna go back to the terracotta color. I'm just kind of bring it down to the black a little bit more. I think maybe I have too much black here. So on the night of the prom, I really wanted to just wear boots, but I wore heels, and I have a tendency to get cold, so I actually wore like a big coat I borrowed from my mom. I wore a big coat, and over my dress. When all my friends picked me up, like they picked me last, I think. They picked me up last, I think because of the route. But anyways, I'm just cleaning this brush on the tissue. Next, I'm going to use the regular black eyeliner to tight line the top and lower waterline. So they picked me up, and I don't remember if I got a corsage. Oh yeah, no, I don't think I got a corsage, but I think one of my friends got a corsage that's the same color as my dress, and I remember she said that, oh, it matches your dress, but it's like, that doesn't really matter because I don't get to wear it, so what's the point of saying that? It just feels really weird. It was cold in the limo. They wanted me to take off the coat so they can see the dress, blah blah blah. So I'm going to use this to actually line closely on the top lash line to thicken up the liner, sort of double it up as a eyeliner, just to deepen up the color a little more, make it more smoky. And you can wing it if you want at the end. I'm going to make a very slight wing. Now I'm going to apply several coats of this Wet n Wild mascara. I actually tried it yesterday when I first opened it. I liked how the wand has a slight curve to it, and it's pretty fat at the base and slims up to the top. It's sort of like a semi-dry formula, and that's the kind of formula I like. I like to apply upper lashes with the curved up side, so it sort of push up the lashes. Anyways, so we got to the prom, and I remember seeing my teachers at the door inside the lobby, and I think they didn't even really recognize me at first. Oh yeah, I didn't really put much makeup on. I liked purple, so I just applied some like lilac eyeliner on the top and lower lash line, I think, and some mascara, and I think I wanted to wear lipstick, but then I end up like just blotting it out. Even till this days, when I apply lipstick, I like to blot it. I don't remember if I put gloss. I don't think I put gloss because I don't really like gloss. I didn't like gloss back then. I don't really like gloss that much now. Yeah. What else? So we got a table. We sat down, and they had like pina colada, but I think it's the non-alcoholic one because we were all high school kids. But that was my first time trying out pina colada, and I absolutely hated it. I don't like coconut, and I don't like the taste of it. It was cold inside. I didn't have like a scarf or shawl or anything, jacket, because they tell me not to take my coat in there, because the coat looks more like more like those like London fog kind of like opera coats or whatever, I don't know, for outside. I just feel like there's like a rule for everything. It's like every occasion you need to dress a certain way. It's so tiring. But anyways, I guess that's just the invisible dress code that people come up with. And I remember I was freezing. There was like a dance floor in the middle, and it was dark, but there was lights, very loud music. I don't even remember if we ate anything, but I guess I'd rather be drunk. Probably I'll have more fun. But since none of the drinks were alcoholic drinks, and I remember it was so cold and the pina colada was making my throat hurts, and I think and I got really sick. I think I got sick for like 2 weeks after prom night. I mean, I didn't even know how to dance, which was even worse. And I was tall. I was pretty tall already. And it was just awkward to see me in a dress and heels. So got a couple more inches taller than usual. And my best friend dragged me to the dance floor, and she's like, let's go dance, you need to loosen up. And I'm like, how, when I don't even know how to dance? She's like, oh, she was trying to teach me how to dance, and she was like laughing, and she's having a good time. So I figure, I did this for her, and if she's having a good time, then I'll have a good time too. So it wasn't all that bad, but I think I would be much happier if I was wearing a pair of boots or some Converse high top sneakers. I think I'll have more fun. I will actually get all silly and dance, and I even wanted to take off my heels at that time, because I was just like, okay, let alone standing in those heels was painful, and you want me to dance in those heels, and I didn't even know how to dance. Yeah. The shit that you had to go through for your friends. But I guess it was like a bit sort of like a interesting memory, because it's like now I look back, I was just like, it was pretty silly, and I feel like I really could have just listened to my guts and went with boots. Because you know what? The next year, or maybe the year after that year, I was reading like 17 magazine, and they had a like editorial spread of like prom dresses, prom looks, and I remember tearing out that first look, which was this girl wearing a traditional like strapless like prom ball gowns, like prom dress, with a pair of black combat boots, and I think she was on the ranch or something, and she had her hair let down, and she had barely any makeup, and it just looked so free and so beautiful. I remember tearing that piece of page down, and I tried to show it to my friends, and I'm like, see, they even featured in 17 or L Girl magazine, and I was like, and you guys didn't let me wear boots or sneakers, and they're like, well, it's already done, you already wore your heels, so why you're still complaining? But I was trying to prove to them trying to make a point that I could have a lot more fun if I got to wear what I want to wear, and I would be totally different, and I would be like the trendsetter. Doesn't matter if people laugh at me or whatever. The most important thing is that you need to feel comfortable with what you're wearing in your own skin. I wasn't feeling comfortable, so how can I have fun? You know what I mean? Anyways, so now the eyes are done, I'm going to just set my foundation concealer with the Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder, and this is in light medium. I'm gonna use a little sponge applicator. Alright, I'm gonna use the contouring blush and bronzer from e.l.f. and I'm going to use the light one as a blush and highlighting color. e.l.f. angled blush brush. It looks like this. So anyways, I was just really sad that he passed away that night, and I really felt horrible. I wish that I was there. My uncle and my aunt, they literally spent like weeks sleeping next to him in the living room on the floor because he was at the point that he couldn't even walk anymore, so they had to get those, you know, like animal diaper sheets underneath him so he can do his business on that. And I mean, I guess they tried their best to, you know, take care of him and be there for him, but it was just to the point that they felt that he was just suffering so much. So yeah, I mean, I think they did the right thing, but I just wish that I was there. I really wish that I was there. At least I could say goodbye. And I wish that if I was there, I would tell them to bury him in the backyard instead of letting, you know, the people that put him down take him away. Like, I don't know, I'm against that. Like, if I have a yard, if I have land, I would just bury my pets there. I wouldn't send him away. Whatever's remaining on the brush, I'm just going to drag it underneath my jawlines. I have bangs, but if you don't, then don't forget, pull a little bit up towards the hairline, from the temple and up, so you don't look like you got disconnected portions. Last, I'm going to use the lipstick from the Fergie by with Wet n Wild collection. I'm just going to apply this straight from the tube. First, I'm going to blot out the remaining of the lip balm. You can use a lip liner before apply this to get longer hours stay, but I'm just gonna apply this straight from the tube. I'm going to dab this on first. But anyways, I still have my prom dress, and I'm not sure if I sold my prom shoes, but like I said, I never wore those after that night. I still have my prom dress. I don't know what to do with it. I think I'm gonna sell on eBay. Somebody else can have it because it's really nice dress. It's just a really pretty purple. Definitely not for the faint of heart. As you can see, it's quite dramatic and really smoky. But like I said, this is like sort of that anti-prom sort of punk, grungy makeup look. And wear whatever you want to wear. Just feel comfortable and make it special by, you know, being yourself and have fun, you know. That's just what I learned, that next time if something like this happened, I wouldn't listen to anyone, even if it's even if it's my best friend. I would just go with my guts, go with my instinct, and wear what I want to wear, and be myself and feel comfortable. I just think that being comfortable is the most important thing of being yourself. So if I would do it all over again, I would definitely just get a cool dress and wear it with a black combat boots or Converse sneakers. I would say that the total of all the products I use, not including brushes, just not including the brushes and eyelash curlers, I think the products I use are like under $25 or $30, which is like pretty good, and then you can use these like every day, all the time. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's pretty lengthy because I talk a lot. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how your prom went or was. Share some stories or whatever. Yeah, so that's that. I'll see you in the next video.